Hi, it's Laura at the Rose Photography Company. As part of my little editing series of tricks and tips that I do while editing in Photoshop, I am trying to include some really basic ones for you. So this one is going to be an edit that I do using just curves and levels. So this actually already has a Lightroom preset on it. I can't remember which one it is. It will be one of my intangible presets. And what I'm going to do is the client has chosen this as an image that she would like. So I'm now doing my second edit. She's already seen the gallery. So I'm going to take it into Photoshop. I don't do anything more in Lightroom. And I'm going to firstly go to curves and I'm going to up those midtones. I just want to just brighten it, and I'm going to bring the shadows in a little bit to make it a bit more contrasty, and I want to drop those highlights. You can see here the highlights, the window is intentionally blown out, but to give that filmy look I want to drop the highlights down to around there. And that is my basic curves layer done. What I want to do now is I actually want to warm up the baby's skin. So I'm going to go back to curves again, and I'm going to go on the blue layer because the opposite of blue is yellow and I want to warm up that skin. So what I'm going to do is focus on the baby. So the baby's skin is around the midtones. So I'm going to drop that down. You can just see it's adding a lot of yellow in. And then I'm going to go over to the reds and just add a bit of red to around there. And then lastly over to the greens, because the opposite of green is magenta. And there we go, just add a bit of magenta. So you can see here it has heated this image up crazily. So then I'm going to invert that, just press Command and I on that mask and brush on the baby skin that was looking a little bit grey, a little bit purple, as newborn baby skin often does. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just that for this image firstly I'd like to show you how I do it, and secondly I want the baby just to look a little bit brighter and just match mum's skin tone a little bit. And there we go. It's as simple as that, just with the curves there. So that's off and on there. And that's done. Now, what I want to do as well is just quickly show you a levels layer. So if we go levels, the levels is really handy. It's very similar to curves, but often what I use it for is to just change the contrast a bit. So I just want to get it to perfect contrast for this image where I want these shadowy bits to stay shadowy, and I just want the wrinkles on the baby's arm to really pop and really stand out. So it's gone from looking a little bit duller to there we go. Also, I want to remember that I don't want that highlight to be too bright. Go back on that first layer, drop down that highlight, and you can see it's got rid of the window pane completely and it looks a lot more ethereal. I do want to just make sure that the mum's hand is not blown out. So if I brush this on at a very light opacity and just brush the mask with the black, and I can just bring back her hand. There we go. So if I now show you a before and after, so that's the before, that's how we started, and that is the after. And other than a bit of skin smoothing, I'm not going to do anything further with this image. So I hope this has been helpful, and I'm going to continue adding to this series of tricks and tips in Photoshop, so I hope you like them.